Well, speaking about money, Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana will have to contend with increasing public debt while trying to find a way to make the budget balance.
With the commodity windfall starting to wither away and the economy showing no signs of growth, economists say that further fiscal consolidation may no longer be a viable option for South Africa. Our business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo takes a look.
For every R1 South Africa makes, 18 cents is spent on interest payments to service debts. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana warns that if hard decisions are not made now, the country could face a cash shortage sooner than expected.
The combination of lower revenue receipts as what they penciled into their budget target, combined with a bigger increase on the expenditure side, could potentially lead to a meaningful increase in the maiden budget deficit, which is raising the borrowing requirement for government.
The country's debt-to-GDP ratio has been steadily rising from 23.5% in 2008 to over 70% in June this year. Jacobs says investors will closely be watching the midterm budget regarding the country's borrowing requirements and whether National Treasury will increase the issuing of bonds to raise money. There's also speculation that Godongwana might dip into South Africa's 459 billion rand foreign exchange reserves.
We have seen a meaningful steepening in the yield curve as the fiscal risk premium has increased, as the market is very concerned about the sustainability of the fiscal position over the medium to longer term.
Economists believe that government's key focus areas should include fast-tracking economic growth, fixing logistics and the energy crisis, resolving consistent bailout of SOEs, and further consolidating the public sector wage bill. Independent economist Eddie Rakabe is optimistic that governments can deal with rising debt levels if the revenue service can collect enough tax. It's estimated that South Africa has a revenue shortfall of 47 billion rand in the current financial year. Rakabe is concerned about the effectiveness of austerity measures which Treasury has undertaken since 2011.
The fiscal consolidation program is not really achieving its objectives, and it boils down again to it takes us back to the question of where actually lies the problem. The problem lies in the spending departments.
Treasury is struggling to balance the books with revenue falling below estimates while spending increased more than expected. Some analysts expect Godongwana to stick to his austerity stance to rein in spending. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.